gonna happen, you don't know who you're meeting, all that shit. So I feel like confidence is just like, I put this energy out hoping that people can give it back to me in a sense. And if you don't, you're a sour ass bitch or a nigga. I don't know if I'm out cuss if you're gonna bleep that or not, okay? But like, yeah, like there's no point in being sour in this life. Like, don't do that. Just be nice to everybody around you, be confident, because that energy transfers to other people at the end of the day. So hey guys, my name's Easy Finesse. I'm an artist here in Ottawa, Ontario. I just want to say follow me on Instagram at Easy Finesse, EAZYFINESSE. You know me, I like to make a little bit of some R&B music, some hip hop music, kind of mix the two together sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Do a little dibble dabble here and there. So yeah, follow me on Instagram.
Easy Finesse. How did that name come about? I love the name. Tell me all about it. How did that become your artist name? Please tell me.
Okay, so this is where we throw it back to like, yo, what year is this? This is like 2015, 2016, you know, back in high school. Basically, I used to be on a dance team, and so like before dance team, like at high school, I was just calling myself Easy E, you know, just cause, you know, I'm like, yo, let me give myself a little rap name. It was so unserious. And because I used to fuck with NWA back in the day, like I took that from like Easy E that was in that group, but I just added an extra Z. So, you know, grade 9 goes by, I'm rocking the name. Grade 10 comes around. Yo, a nigga checks me. He's like, there's already a rapper named Easy E. Da, da, da. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, you just took the name? I was like, oh shit. So basically, when I was on dance team, we were ordering like a bunch of team sweaters and shit like that. And they're like, yo, deadline's coming. You need to put a name. You need to stamp something on your sweater. I said, fuck. Like, I need to come up with something new. And Finesse is like, you know, I'm hearing that word a little here and there. So I'm like, yo, Easy Finesse. I'm like, that kind of, you know, that kind of rings to me. So I just threw that on my sweater, and then every year after that, I just kept putting it on my sweater. I'm like, yo, I'm rocking with it. And that's how I came up with my name, to be honest.
How would you define finesse in your own words?
In my own words, like when I think finesse and when I think Easy Finesse is just being able to get what you like need or get what you want just like with ease. You know what I mean? Like if you want something, it's gonna come to you regardless. Like me, like I don't want to sound fucking weird and shit, but that manifestation shit, like I low-key believe in it sometimes, you know? So it's like, yo, Easy Finesse. If you want something, bro, it's gonna come to you. If you're trying to make a certain amount of money, it's gonna come to you. If you have certain plans set in place and you actually take those steps, it's gonna come to you easily because you're doing the steps that it needs to be done to get there, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say Easy Finesse, yo. Me, with doing this music shit, like if I want to do something, it's gonna happen. And if I want to elevate, it's gonna happen just with time and effort and just being this good.
So yo, who would you say is someone in the game, I guess someone that we would all know, who is super good at, like who would be put in that category of finessing?
So the thing is with celebrities, I feel like everybody's good at making everything look easy and, you know, oh, I got this because I'm a celebrity. But like really though, like I said this before, but I'm gonna say Drake, you know, like this guy, like he made it look so easy, especially as a Canadian artist, to be honest, to be one of the biggest artists in the world. The way that he's gone from acting to like, you know, YMCMB days, da-da-da, and like he has his own thing going for himself. This guy's fucking out here. So like, and for him to be running this long in the game, like, wallahi, like I hope that becomes me, but he makes it look so easy. Like to this day, he's still on top. There's no way, but there's a way because he's doing it. Craziness.
What was that thing that made you pick up the pen?
So when I started realizing like, yo, like, I don't know, like like my cousin, the first time I ever like been in a recording studio was with my cousin. And like, to be honest, back then I'm taking the bus, like I'm not really knowing, you know, there's easy access to these recording studios. I'm not really doing the research to think, oh, I could just hit up a recording studio. So for my cousin's birthday one year, she wanted to record a track together and she took me to the studio and I'm like, yo, I'm like, this place is sick. I'm like, what the fuck? And me and my cousin, we used to always sing back in the day together type shit. So us two, we were the music heads of the family type shit. So like us two recording that track that day, like I was like, nah, I'm like, fam, I'm like, I promise you, I remember singing this, I'm like, fam, we should sell this song to Chris Brown. I'm like, I promise you, if he sang this shit, we would make millions of dollars type shit. Well, it was called Private Party, I remember this. And so yeah, ever since that day, I'm like, wow, I'm like, yo, like, anybody could do this shit. Like, no cap. Like, we're in the studio right now, right here. I could come back tomorrow type shit as long as I get a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? Because back then, you know, niggas were, you know, working minimum wage, super minimum wage back then.
Super.
Y'all don't know about that. But yeah, so like, yeah, just that first experience with my cousin, I'm just like, yo, like, and then ever since then, we were always in the studio together. Even after that, like in the coming years, we even made more music together and shit. Like, that's what really got the ball rolling.
I usually ask niggas this question, but
It's okay.
like, do you remember your first bars?
Yeah.
Or your first, should we start with your first song or
You
your
know
first
what?
lines?
It's crazy because they kind of mix together in a sense where, yo, okay, let me just explain this real quick because I don't think I've said this to anybody. But like, so my first solo track that dropped was Freestyle Part 1, Part 2. The video, let's just pretend it's right here. That song has 2 parts to it. So the first part, like, I wrote pretty recent, like in 2020. But the second part to it, like, I want to say like the first half of that second part, that was written when I was in grade 11. And I remember like it was one of them times like, my nigga, I'd have people like banging beats on the lunch tables and I'm trying to spit bars, or like I'm at a sleepover, yo guys, you want to hear what I wrote? Yo, listen. And I would start spitting for them. And so one day in the studio, I'm like, yo, I made the 2 songs separate. But then I'm like, fuck, like I didn't really have much written for that, like those other bars type shit. So I'm like, yo, let me mosh the 2 together. We moshed it up, and then we forgot to take off the auto-tune from the first song. So then when the auto-tune went on the second one, because it was actual straight bars, yo, it sounded so weird and sick. So I'm like, yo, well, I mashed the 2 together, shot a video, and it was actually a fucking, I love the song to this day, to be honest. Them bars were fucking fire for my little grade 11 self. Thank you very much.
And do you remember them? Do you remember exactly what they were? Could you let us know?
Yeah, it was like, I'm from a hood down in the south. Blood all on the ground, blood all on the news. Thought y'all was trying to make it out. These niggas rapping, but they don't know what to rap about. So I'ma step up in the spot and bitch, I dare you make a sound.
Ooh, no.
Wallahi, bro.
No, you're lying.
Wallahi. It was those couple bars that I just said right there, that was literally like grade 11, grade 12 days. So that's like 2016, 2017.